I never thought I'd have to explain my medical history at work just to stop someone from running their mouth. But here we are. 4 years ago, when I was 24, my mom died of breast cancer. Both of my grandmothers had died from it too. So when doctors suggested I get screened early, I didn't hesitate. I figured it was just being responsible. That appointment changed everything. They found cells in one of my breasts that weren't cancer yet, but could become cancerous at basically any moment. And because of my family history, the risk wasn't maybe, it was high. The doctor laid out my options like a menu from hell. Option 1. Constant screenings every few months, living on edge, waiting for the day it turned into cancer. Option 2. Remove one breast and still monitor the other. Option 3. Remove all breast tissue and almost completely eliminate the risk. I chose option 3. I'd seen cancer destroy my family. I wasn't interested in gambling with my life just to keep things normal. The surgery saved me, but mentally, it wrecked me. I was left with massive, jagged scars across my chest. Not the kind that fade quietly. Bright pink, raised, angry looking. I stopped leaving my apartment. I threw out mirrors. I'd get physically sick if I accidentally caught my reflection. My confidence didn't just drop, it vanished. Therapy helped, but it didn't fix the scars. Eventually, my therapist suggested I talk to a plastic surgeon, not for vanity, but because I was clearly spiraling. The surgeon gave me 3 options: scar cream, laser treatments, or implants. The cream did nothing. The laser was expensive and risky. I chose implants. Not to be sexy, not for attention, but so I could look at myself without breaking down. I even went smaller than my natural size. And for the first time in years, I felt like myself again. Fast forward to now. I'm 28, new job, office setting. I'm stable. I'm doing okay. Enter Jill. Jill finds out I've had implants because she overhears a joke between me and an old friend while we're planning a vacation. By the end of the day, the entire office knows I've had a boob job. Not why. Just that I did. And Jill? Jill makes it her personality. Over the next few months, she starts making jokes. Always just loud enough for me to hear. Always with plausible deniability. More plastic than Barbie. Fake in 2 ways. Sack of silicone. One coworker even told me she referred to me as a taxpayer-funded boob job because she assumed the NHS paid for everything. I asked her to stop. Multiple times. Privately. Calmly. She didn't. It wasn't every single day, but at least 3 comments a week for months, and it chipped away at me. Again. Then came the lunchroom incident. We're sitting there eating, talking about something totally unrelated, and I say something is shallow. Jill smirks, gestures at my chest, and says, "You'd know all about being shallow." Something in me snapped. I didn't yell. I didn't insult her. I told the truth. I explained the cancer risk, the mastectomy, the scars, the depression, the therapy, the implants. I told her I did it so I could look at myself without crying, and that maybe next time she should learn someone's story before turning their body into a punchline. Then I picked up my food and walked out. Half the office came up to support me. The other half told me Jill was just joking and I was being dramatic. I told them she'd been a bitch long before I ever snapped. The next day, HR emailed me. Hostile work environment. Yeah? About me. Turns out Jill ran to HR first. And guess who handled the complaint? Her friend. So I stopped panicking and started playing chess. First thing I did was reread my contract. Buried in the complaints section was a clause saying I could request an impartial overseer if I believed HR was biased. I printed it, highlighted it. Then I messaged everyone who'd supported me and asked one question. Are you willing to write down what you've heard Jill say? 16 people said yes. 16 signed statements, dates, times. Some even included things she'd said about other coworkers, weight comments, anti-Semitic remarks, stuff that had nothing to do with me. The next morning, I walked into HR early with a folder so thick it could bench press Jill's ego. Debbie, the HR rep and Jill's friend, was ready to lead me into a room. I stopped her and requested an impartial reviewer. Supervisor got involved. Debbie was clearly furious. Then I laid everything out. 16 statements. CCTV request, my medical records with permission, timelines, witnesses. The room went quiet. For the first time, they weren't looking at me. They were looking at her. Over the course of the day, HR interviewed every witness, one by one. Then Jill. Once. Then again. Then again. At 4:03 p.m., Jill got called back in. At 5 p.m., she stormed out, packed her desk, and told anyone who'd listen that I got her fired. HR emailed me shortly after. Case closed. So, yeah, she tried to get me fired over my body. She tried to humiliate me. She tried to weaponize HR. Instead, she exposed herself. Reverse uno. And just to be clear, even if I'd gotten implants for fun, it still wouldn't have been her business. Respect is free. Running your mouth costs your job.